two. Down to one. It's Dean. Yes!
This ball is crushed.
MC Cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm on being so real, my rhymes convict and heal.
Welcome to the Faithful Fan Show. I'm your host, Tony Cook. I am joined by Julian. Just do it, Julian, and newcomer, well, kind of JD, Jordan Durr. This is my guy, aka my UFC insider. You might have seen him on my intermissions, giving me the updates on UFC fights. There was one yesterday, right? There was one last night.
There was a PFL last night. Bellator today, UFC tomorrow. It's a fighting ass month. It's a good month for fights.
Okay, well, faithful fans, welcome Jordan Durr to the show. Before we kick things off, I'm gonna add JP. We haven't spoken since LeBron made his exit. So how did you take it? Like, what was the downfall of? I mean, obviously it was injury, but is there anything we could have done to overcome the loss to the Suns, JP?
I would say this. All right. Injuries, man. You can't defeat the injury bug. You know what I mean? You can't defeat that. So
that was
I'm not gonna. First of all, what I will do is this. I will give credit to the Suns.
Yeah.
I will give credit to Chris Paul and Devin Booker and the rest of those guys. They really stepped up and, they took care of their business. I have to give credit to them. I'm not going to take nothing from them. The Lakers, we all seen it was unfortunate with the injuries. Just however, I just think that, you just see, still how good LeBron is in the sense of how much competition he produces in the other teams and how much pressure he puts, not just him, but the Lakers as a squad.
Jay, did we see that? I feel like LeBron kind of let us down. If
you think about it, okay.
He was hurt too. I was hurt too. I was impressed.
But I'm saying, what I'm saying is this, is that the other teams don't feel sorry for LeBron. They don't feel sorry for the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? They're going to still play him like he's the man, he's the best player in the NBA, I think.
Crowder was in his kitchen all game because he knew he wasn't going to drive.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I give credit to the Suns, bro. They balled, bro. They were hooping. D-Book was on fire. Chris Paul, he's a great leader.
But I know, JP, I know you came to put some respect on LeBron James' name. I know that's what you came to do. I mean, he's been slandered. I think you froze up. Jordan.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the shortcomings of the Lakers? I know you ain't really a Laker fan. We discussed this.
That's why I feel like my opinion is probably better than the most people that I've been hearing around here because I'm not a Laker fan like that.
Yeah, outside perspective.
I'm unbiased. First of all, go get Kuzma and send him off to wherever you need to send him to. Maybe you could get back.
He played okay. So Kuzma had a
you
good.
You could get a big back for that man.
Not a good season. Kuzma had a good season, but not a good season.
He had a great season. Whenever I watched the games, I was like, he's too inconsistent for the kind of ball that the Lakers play.
For sure.
And the Lakers went and got all that size and then played smaller. Why did they seem, the number one reason why the Lakers weren't good this year? As far as those clutch games? Because you replaced Rondo with that dude from OKC. I don't even want to say his name.
I think this team.
It was Rondo.
They would have played Montrezl Harrell.
When Rondo and LeBron are out there passing the ball, the Lakers move like clockwork. It's like watching.
It was a lot smoother, especially when the bench was out there. It was a lot smoother with Rondo out there last year with the guiding the bench. I felt, but I don't know
what you will about Dwight, but he seemed to get more rebounds. But Harris had cool dunks and putbacks and stuff. But it seemed like Dwight was the one that got the rebounds and got the offense set back up.
See, and that's the other.
Harold just keeps going for the basket, and sometimes it was 3-on-1 down there. He's still trying to. I'm like, dude, pass the ball. AD in the corner.
Dude, that was the real switch up that really hurt us. I would have if we would have ran it back with JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard, we would have been. We could have kept Schroeder. We just needed that at
the same price as far as the market. They could have spent the same exact money. Yeah. Honestly.
Well, I don't know because Dwight might have gotten a little more money than Montrez. I don't know. But either way,
I feel like Montrezl has more of an upside. I just feel like he doesn't match the kind of ball that the Lakers play with AD and LeBron on the court. And I noticed this too. Whenever LeBron came out the game, the Phoenix Suns got the battery in their back. They're like, he's out.
Yeah.
Let's score 20 right now. So when he came in, he was always going up an uphill battle, and his game isn't built to act like that no more. Okay. He's not that old LeBron.
So JP, you're back with us. I got to pivot to you and ask. And people are saying, because you came to put respect on LeBron's name today, people are saying he's over the hill. Father Time has finally caught up with him. Like, did he just come back too soon from the high ankle sprain? Like, or, you know what I mean? Or was it just all age? This is like an age thing. Why he wasn't able to get to the basket the way he was last season or the season before that. You know what I mean? What you think, JP?
I got faith in LeBron James. I think that he at least has one or two good goals. It's just that the combined total of LeBron, AD being hurt, like as a whole, as the Lakers, those are their two main pieces. And like we were saying, I think that they gave up on guys like Montrez in the beginning and in the middle of the season. And instead of giving him that confidence for him to be ready for a moment like this when AD went down, he wasn't ready. I don't think he was in rhythm with the Lakers. And I just think it's a combination of the injuries. Like there's two star players get hurt, they're not healthy, and you're bringing on some of the best competition. Like, look, we're gonna see right now. Like, if the Suns are able to get to the finals, it's not like we lost to a team that was exited the next round.
That's a tough first round matchup. That's like that's Western Conference Finals the caliber. You know what I mean? So
go look at the Phoenix Suns stats for the first two quarters of the last three games. They look like those old Warriors, dog. Like it made no sense. Like I'm watching it, like I kept thinking like they're gonna eventually cool off, and by the time they cooled off, they had like a 25-point lead. So who cares? You know what I mean? LeBron's hurt, AD ain't here, and that goes to my point before. When they had a more of a cohesive team balance, they would have a better record towards the end of the year, and then you don't have to play a hurt LeBron or a hurt AD. You got the rest of those guys. I remember at the end of the year last year when they won the championship, before the whole little thing got shut down, it was fun time. It was Lakers. We go into the playoffs in the top 3 seed no matter what the fuck we do. You know what I mean? So it was a little bit. Ooh, my bad.
No, I
don't know what the rules. I've been in different podcasts before, so I've had the MMA.
What up, Taylor? Was good.
Crazy. But just watching how it came down to the end, it was almost like they were in a position where we got to play LeBron or we not coming out. We got to play AD or we not even gonna make the play-ins. You know what I mean? So, what's up, Trev?
What's good? What's happening?
Hey, what up, bro?
Happening, nigga. Trade Schroeder, bitch ass. No, I don't know. Trade Schroeder. Hey, nigga, I'm even for trading AD possibly because, like I said, Tony, the anxiety is not worth it, bro. Like to me.
Wait, you said trading AD? Wait. You can't come on his show, Taylor. Wait, we gotta come. You can't come on his show saying trade AD, dog.
Hey, niggas are shook. Pay attention. AD. Listen to me, bro. You got Kristaps. Listen to my case. AD is the best player in the NBA when he's healthy, right? Hands down. Like, because he gives you what KD gives you is the ability to stretch the floor and,
Tell us why you want to trade him. Tell us why you want to trade him, Taylor.
How many times does he, let me know my voice. How many times in the game does that man fall down? How many times does he fall?
Every other time down the court.
Bro, every time he falls, I have a mini heart attack, bro. I can't take this shit.
Okay, so faithful fans, there you have it. Taylor wants to trade Anthony Davis.
He came straight off the bat. Trade.
Yeah, dog. Okay, that was a hot take straight off the back. Welcome, Taylor, to the Faithful Fan Show. JP. We have to keep it moving from the Lakers topic. That was a hot take, but we have to talk about what's going on in the second round. Suns are playing right now. Like we were all talking about the Suns who basically just gentlemen swept us, right? Is that what happened?
No, don't call it a gentleman sweep. They just beat our ass, bro.
Hey, when it was 2-2, the worry was very low.
They put the Lakers down, bro. As Laker Nation, they took us out.
So okay, so
Hey, my brother,
JD,
he's doing damage control. Pay attention, kid.
JD, let me ask you before this all started up, who did you have going out of the East and out of the West? Who'd you? Because we already kind of gave our predictions.
I saw once the Clippers got Rondo, I thought they were gonna take it, but at the same time, I'm watching Rondo and he don't fit. They're both like at the wrong houses. He's over there like I should be with the Lakers, and Lakers like we should have you over here because this other dude ain't working out. So with that being said, I always saw the Suns going a little further. I just didn't imagine that matchup would be them early on. So when I saw that as an unbiased fan, I'm like, man, if the Suns beat the Lakers, I don't even know what to predict.
Wait, so Jordan, no, keep it real, dog. Wait, so did you say before the playoffs that the Suns are coming out of the West? Or after the
Yes, I have been in many conversations.
No cap, no cap.
The Lakers need to stay away from the Suns because it's about who's hot. You see in the NFL every year, it's not the team with the best record going in. They usually drop a game because they've been rested too long. It's that team that got like 7 wins going in. And the Suns were very, very streaky.
Right.
I feel like the Suns are going to be really good.
Hey, this is the Chargers fan. This is the Chargers fan. Pay attention. Hey, kid, this is the Chargers fan talking. Pay attention.
Yes, everyone, let it be. Hey, the faithful fans. Jordan Durr is a Charger fan. Hey, but Chargers about to make noise this year. That's not something to be ashamed of.
Man, I'm being quiet and I'm gonna let the quarterback do his business.
Hey, okay, so anyways, fellas, how do we feel about the second round so far? JP, how do we feel about the second round of the playoffs? Are you enjoying it?
Real quick, don't, real quick, don't.
Let's hear it.
The Los Angeles Clippers are the poor man's Brooklyn Nets. I'm gonna leave it at that. Paul George and Kawhi are the poor man's KD and Paul George. KD and James Harden.
I wouldn't even give them that. We gotta wait and see.
Clippers are the poor man's net.
JP, how do you feel so far? I know you've been dialed into the second round as well as Taylor and Jordan.
Yeah. I think that that battle. Okay, so right now, I think the Suns they're gonna win. The Sixers just got another win tonight, right? I think the Sixers win. And the Nets, I feel like the Nets are coming out of the East, so it's like everything besides the Sun. Like I just didn't see the Suns really beating the Lakers like that, man. So
now you gotta everyone just kind of give it to the Suns. I had the Lakers if healthy. They weren't healthy, so whatever.
But
not even tripping.
At the same time, all the other matchups, they're pretty much playing out how I thought they would play, and it's gonna be interesting to see like the Western Conference Finals and the Eastern Conference Finals. I think that's gonna be the first round where we're gonna actually get some real series, like
some adversity. The Nets and the Suns are just running through it.
Wait. So the Bucks. So y'all didn't see nothing different after that Bucks game yesterday. It's like it's still.
I saw desperation.
you saw them barely beat him without Harden.
I saw we ain't going out like that. We at least got to win one game. It looked very LA Lakers.
Yeah, I felt like I think that the Bucks could still get one more game. Still, maybe if they could get one more, but I think the Nets. They just got too much, man. They got too much. They got too much buckets over there.
Yeah.
They're super team beyond super team because it's different when you got those kind of players in those kind of places. Like Blake does not need to score a single point, but he is gonna block out. He's gonna get his rebounds. He's gonna get a couple putbacks. Where was that guy for the Lakers? Montrez, taking on 7 people in the paint. People came off the bench.
They got that. They got that.
The Nets do not have a bench. Bruce Brown. I'm not even gonna get into the Nets. The Nets lost that game. Bucks didn't win. Nets lost that game. Hey, but Taylor, because you were with me. You picked the Bucks to come out of the East with me. How do you feel? How do you feel so far 3 games in?
Okay, so I'm going to touch on 2 things. The Nets were put together this year because if you look at the way the Lakers were set up, they came in with the young guys to set the table for the league to be dope. Like, we need these young guys to play with Kobe and LeBron to get that sauce and then shoot them all around the league. Like Lonzo, Ingram, Randall, they're always going to be, and also Clarkson, don't get it twisted. They're always going to be factors wherever they go. So the league was smart doing that because you got to remember the NBA is owned by Disney, basically. I mean, ESPN, all that shit's Disney. So they need that entertainment value. They need that storyline. I think LeBron switching to number 6, he's going to have that Miami
Taylor, what the fuck? Wait, nigga, wait. I asked you. Wait. Do you think the Bucks? Do you think the Bucks are gonna beat the Nets still?
I'm into that.
Nigga, hey, this nigga said, I think LeBron's switching to 6.
Let me get to it, gentlemen. So,
pay attention. It's a Gemini on the line. Pay attention.
It's about to get real spooky. So LeBron switching to 6. That's saying we're going after a major free agent this year, a free agent or a guy who we can grab up this year. Because this is the year. This is the year where all the insane talent is going to be up for grabs. And there's a lot of unhappy superstars. So LeBron is going to set the table this year, bro, for a big play. Giannis going out early matters because they don't want Giannis in Milwaukee. The league does not want him in Milwaukee, bro. What good does that do them to have Giannis Antetokounmpo, arguably the most dominant in the paint presence he has in Shaquille O'Neal, playing in fucking Milwaukee? It doesn't make sense.
So he would have to get traded though. He would have to get traded because he's already signed to a long-term deal.
Right,
Taylor,
signed to a big deal. But look, Giannis being there doesn't make sense. So now, who do they have to get? They need a Dame Lillard. They need who else is up this year? There's a couple of guys that if they go to a team, that team's an automatic contender. If Dame Lillard goes to any team that made the playoffs here on the East,
hey guys, I'm gonna go put some cookies in the oven. Let me know when he tells me if the Bucks are gonna beat the Nets in this series. I'm gonna go put some cookies in the oven. I'll be right back. Dog, are the Bucks gonna beat the Nets?
No. FAWWWWKKKKKNA.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Right. Okay. I don't think so either anymore. I changed my mind. I think the Nets are coming out of the East. Guys, we have to get to this because the Lakers are gone. Because the Lakers are gone, we're switching to a combat sport podcast from here on out until the football comes back. I'm kidding. I'm joking. But for this show, the rest of the show, we're going to talk combat sports. First, we're going to start with the Mayweather Logan Paul fight. How do we feel? We all saw it? Did we all see it?
Thank God I legally streamed that.
Jordan, tell me your first take. All
right, listen. When I first saw the face off, I was like, okay, yeah, Logan probably got like 40 pounds on him. Mayweather is 40 something. This may be fun. It's an exhibition. Let's see what happens. As soon as the fight started, I said, I'm an idiot. He's gonna get tired, and this is going to be boring as hell because Floyd has messed up hands, so he don't really knock anybody out anymore unless they're his size, like the little dude over in Japan. Exactly. I forget his name. I don't want to disrespect to call him little dude. He's a great combat artist, but he got a long name. And watching him against Logan Paul, the only thing Jake, no, it is Logan, right? Like Logan was the jab. He had a decent jab because he's long enough, but with Floyd, he'll take that on the top of his head all day. Yep. And once he was getting in and started actually making the pocket, which we call the pocket, where most of his changes happen, Logan wasn't stupid. He said, I'm just going to hug him. I'm too big. Anybody else, he could shake off and hit. But the game plan was simple. Hold on to him, collect your $20 million, go home.
And he still got busted up. The thing is, the size difference didn't allow Mayweather to really do work and hit him with multiple punches. Because like you said, he kept getting grabbed by a dude that's 200 pounds. It's like Taylor or you guys, one of you guys in there with him. For real. What? It's like Taylor or one of you guys in the ring with Mayweather.
Well, there's a weight class for a reason. That's why it had to be an exhibition. It's kind of like a little bit of a freak show. So remember that whenever you go purchase a Thriller pay-per-view, that it might be a little messed up. The fight they have coming up with Tyron Woodley and Jake Paul, that one I'm a little more interested in.
Okay. Well, we're going to get to that. I actually wanted to get to that. But JP, you watched the fight, right? I'm sure you watched the highlights. How did you feel about it? Did Logan Paul did he come away with a win? Like not winning the fight, but is this opportunity a win?
I'm gonna say this. It's a great business move for him personally, but honestly, like being a Mayweather fan and watching all of his fights and watching him come up and establish his legacy, I would like for him, instead of just thinking about making more money, I would like for him to take his light because he's the epitome of what we call the greatest boxer of all time. Like, he should just go and make real boxers more popular and put their fights on and give them the light. Like, I understand everything that he's doing. Like, I think it's a great business move, but you know, like, it's like what Jordan said. It's like a freak show. It's like a circus. You know what I mean? Like, how real are we really talking? You know what I'm saying? So, I just like to see more of, like, you know, to think like, who does Floyd Mayweather think are the next upcoming boxers who he could get behind?
Yeah, put one of them
you know
on.
What I mean? Like,
put one of them on. But it was a cash grab. Taylor, you saw it.
It's a great business move.
Right?
It's a great business move.
How did you?
It's a very good business move.
Got you.
Taylor,
how do you feel about the fight? I know you watched the highlights.
So I feel like that fight. I actually watched the fight at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, you watched the whole thing? Okay. Excuse-moi.
Yeah. You didn't know. You assumed. Be careful. Hey, pay attention to these capping. So Logan, yeah, that's what you did, nigga. So Logan Paul and Mayweather, right? They need to do this. So Mayweather, everything he does is a political and a tactical move, right? Like, we have a man who fought one of the greatest Mexican fighters every Cinco de Mayo for 20 years straight and blood touched the canvas once. He did it for everything that Mayweather does is to show. He realized he was in a Mandingo sport. He was in a slave Mandingo fight-driven game where the black fighter was never meant to benefit more than owners, never meant to be a promoter, none of that shit. He was never meant to be elevated to that status. And he did that. That's more important to him. He's the
hey, you know what, Taylor, you got a good point. Good point.
So your point is.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
Hey, Tony.
So to continue on that.
So Tony, to go off of Taylor's point,
yeah.
Look at what he's saying about Mayweather, the smart moves and everything he's done. If he wants to go do exhibition matches where the rules are decided before it even happens and it's just going to be a fun fight and you're just paying money to see the show, why the fuck not? He did fight every Cinco de Mayo forever.
Yeah. He's owed this.
And then in contrast, look who Manny Pacquiao just signed to fight. Cool, you got the respect. Now you about to die.
Yeah, Errol Spence
about to beat his ass.
He's about to clean his spot. Errol Spence about to clean his spot.
So if you want Floyd Mayweather to go fight Canelo again, why? It won't prove nothing. If Mayweather wins, he's gonna fight the same exact way. If Canelo wins, he beat a 40-something-year-old Mayweather. I think this is dumb for Spence to take it, but whatever, he'll take the check. But seeing Mayweather have fun and just do something, I kind of like it, man.
And he has to bring a different style to these exhibition fights. So like with McGregor, he went forward for the majority of the fight. He wasn't playing defense. You know what I mean? That's fun to watch. It's fun to watch Floyd get a TKO.
No, just to build on what Jordan's saying and to further my point, the fight game has not evolved. Boxing has become where they're eating, where what they're doing is called eating high off the hog for too long. The promoters are making so much money globally, like they have a whole Mexican circuit, a whole Asian circuit, a whole African circuit, where they're cashing out $1 million a piece here, $1 million a piece there. So they don't need to pump up a Mike Tyson or a Floyd Mayweather with their face all over every billboard and give them a $20 million contract because guys are so desperate to fight, they'll take $1 million fight. So what Mayweather noticed, what Logan Paul noticed, what Jake Paul noticed, what McGregor noticed, what John Jones and Paul Acosta are fucking pissed about, is they realize that they are getting fucked and they're told that they're getting fucked and they're going to like it. And they don't like it. They're tired of it. So what they have to do is they have to put these fights on Triller, like these TikTok, Instagram-driven fights to show the UFC, to show the WBC, to show these greedy-ass motherfuckers that if you guys keep fucking us, we'll fight on Triller and we'll put you guys out of fucking business.
Yeah, no. And I totally, Taylor, that's a great point because I agree that the Paul brothers are making it. I feel like they're making it more beneficial for UFC fighters and boxers to go get that bag without the promoter, like cut out the middleman. The Triller's just going to give you as a personality to fight, regardless of who you're signed to. If you're signed to Top Rank or you're signed to Golden Boy or whatever, you gonna get your cash if you got the personality, you got the social media to back you or whatever. Jake Paul. Yeah. Logan Paul, how do they get this fight, bro? How do they get these fights? Woodley.
Eyes.
Okay,
Eyes, Tony.
Do we think Jake Paul is going to beat Woodley? Anyone can add.
I've actually had dudes that I've trained with go to the gym with Logan and Jake, and they say that they are good level amateur boxers, good size, but it's still very, very rough on the edges. Most people agree that Jake is the better of the two. He has some nice snap on his punches. His 1-2 is very nice, but also he was facing someone very smaller than him. Woodley is not smaller than him. Woodley is a 5-time UFC champion. Woodley is even on his last fight when he was getting taken out, he went out on the shield, and that overhand right is his money maker.
He sits there and throws them.
But the thing is, he's in his older age, he doesn't let his hands go. I don't know, not having to worry about wrestling or elbows and stuff like that, it might be better, but it's a different sport. And I have to reiterate
How do you feel about this fight? How do you feel?
Woodley is the Adrian Broner of MMA, bro. Like, he had all the tools and potential, but something about the whole thing being hype and, like, the celebrity and all that kind of fucked with it, bro. And I think that Jake Paul and Logan, Jake is the boxer, Logan's the wrestler. And it shows in their records. Logan was fucking going at it with Paulo Costa, who was an excellent wrestler. And Jake Paul has a pretty good fucking boxing record. Yeah. So, you know, it's one of those things where those fights, those cash grabs, look, McGregor made, I think, JD, like $1.6 million on his biggest draw with Nate Diaz. And that's his highest paying fight. As the fucking man wearing fur coats, having billboards blasted everywhere, 1.6 to almost get my fucking head knocked off with little gloves in a cage where I can catch an elbow to the neck and I'll never be able to throw a ball to my kid, and you're gonna pay me 1.6? And you niggas made
Hey, there's a lot more to go to that though. Hey, I've talked to guys in the UFC.
It's a touchy subject.
I talked to the guys in the UFC. I talked to a lot of these fighters because I'm in that circle. And when it comes to fighting, this is one of the beautiful things about fighting. Someone told me this quote. I love this quote to the day I die. They say you can have Phil Mickelson and Tiger Woods playing one-on-one putt-putt golf over here with the crowd. You can have Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson playing one-on-one on the court and have a big crowd around them, and let two dudes that you don't know start fighting in the crowd. People gonna start watching the fight.
Oh yeah.
It's the ultimate spectator sport.
Yep, definitely. There will always be an audience. You can build an audience for this stuff.
Okay? If you fight, they will come. There's a lot of money in that pot.
Wait, okay, so settle, ladies and gentlemen, the Faithful Fan Show, we must settle. We must settle. So, JP, it's been a minute since you talked.
Yo.
I want you to leave this subject, this one. I know you're into boxing. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. I know you watched they both fought. There's been 2 fights. They split them. Who do you think will come out on top in this third fight? Wilder or Fury? Fury won the last one. Wilder, or was it a draw?
No, draw, then Tyson Fury won.
Tyson Fury won,
yeah.
Exactly. Tyson, okay, excuse me.
I think Wilder, I just think Wilder has to win it for the money, for the business. I think that like I don't know. Honestly,
he got worked out.
If they're just boxing straight up, it's gonna be a dog fight. It's a dog fight. I don't know. It's a fair one. It's a fair one in my opinion. It's a fair one.
Okay.
This fight shouldn't even be happening.
So JD. This fight shouldn't be happening. Why though? Tell the fans why.
For the people that followed the actual combat sports, the fight that was supposed to happen was Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. There was a clause in the original contract that had to do with the draw that made it so Deontay Wilder was owed a fight.
Wilder denied it. Wilder denied the Joshua fight so that he could get his little three-peat fight.
Okay.
He wants to finish his business with Fury first, man.
I'm saying Anthony Joshua is the real villain in all this. Yeah. Because he's the one that's the hardest to get to fight. And there's always these guys in boxing, whether it was Mayweather, whether it was, if you own, that's the one thing about the UFC is you can talk shit about the money they make, but Dana White would have made Mayweather Pacquiao 4 times by now.
Yeah.
When they were young.
Yeah.
Because he has absolute control. He's a dick. He makes sure that people get screwed when they leave, but the fights happen. When it comes to boxing, they got too many lawyers. It's been around too long. It's too ancient. It's too filled with tradition that it allows these certain things to happen. The Ali clause, all these things where fighters can go, yeah, I know I said I'll fight him last week, but I don't want to anymore. That's Anthony Joshua, I swear. Whether it was Andy Ruiz, they had to rebook like 2 times. They have this Tyson Fury fight, like y'all in the same exact area. This is the UK. Like you should want to beat this man. He talks shit about you all the time. Anthony Joshua just keeps coming up with excuses. I like Wilder and I like Fury, so I want to see them do good. I don't want to see them fight each other. I already seen them fight twice. We know who the better fighter is. The right hand is all Wilder has to take somebody out at this point when it comes to somebody with that level of skill. If he lands it, it's the cheat code. If he doesn't, he's gonna get beat up. We know what's going to happen. We've already seen this play out. I want to see them fight Brett.
Okay.
I want to see that fight.
Oh, all right. So we heard that from JD. I agree. I want to see the other fight. Taylor, how do you feel the Fury Wilder fight is going to play out?
Oh, Fury fighting Deontay Wilder is a total reincarnation of Mike Tyson versus Lennox Lewis. It's going to be the same thing. Fury, the way, yes, because matchup-wise, style-wise, Fury is always going to do the same thing. Wilder is always going to do the same thing. So what they do,
Fury is a superior boxer. Ladies and gentlemen, Fury is a superior boxer.
By far. Fury, Wilder has more power and he's more explosive, but that doesn't matter when you got a guy who wants you to hit him, first of all, and he wants to hit you. That's a different type of animal. I want to see Anthony Joshua Fury, and then I want to see Wilder Anthony Joshua, because that's what we want to see.
Love that too.
I already know what's going to happen with Fury Wilder. I already know. I want to see what Wilder does against a guy who's kind of has footwork and is kind of powerful. That's the better matchup for me. I think he has more of a chance against Joshua than Fury. Fury is his kryptonite, bro. It's like, you know that nigga when you go play basketball and he sucks, but he always beats you, and you're like, what the fuck? Because he does the one thing that you're not going to ever defend because it's just not in your game. Wilder's game is not dealing with a fucking 260-pound guy who wants to dance like Mayweather. He doesn't want those issues. And Fury moves like a little nigga. He moves like a middleweight. He moves like a
fights like Popeye the Sailor Man for real. Like Fury remind me of a real life Popeye the Sailor Man, dog. He gets down with the hands. I can't even lie.
Technically sound.
Yeah, I've never watched Wilder fight a defensive counter-punching fight in his career. I've never seen his counter-defense at all. I don't even know if he has it. And that's no shot at him. Wilder's a great fighter. But I think there's levels to this shit, dog. Fury is an orthodox, like, coach's favorite type of boxer. Like, you watch him and it's fucking art, bro. It's art. Wilder's...
We're going to see it.
Art.
We're going to see it, fellas.
Joshua, I think Joshua has just enough prestige with his footwork to make that fight interesting. I think Wilder, though, beats Joshua's ass because Joshua's going to try to out-niggle Wilder, and that's not going to work.
No. If he got caught by Ruiz, he's going to get caught by Wilder. I'm sorry. Like,
yeah.
If Joshua got caught by Ruiz, he's going to get caught by to me. But gentlemen,
I think
let's move from boxing. Before we get out of here, gentlemen, Adesanya has a fight coming up. Is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow night, baby. Yes, it's a rematch.
Where you watching it, Jordan?
Oh yeah, I already bought it. I already spent my $70. Dana White got me. I'll probably be at the crib watching. Hey, I got the password. It's all legal.
Oh, please.
But anyways, let me just give you my picks real quick, just like we're gonna do this like how we did the other one. We got Adesanya versus Vettori. We got Figueiredo versus Moreno. And we got Nate Diaz versus Edwards. And I'm gonna tell you, I know that Trib is one of the biggest Nate Diaz fans. When he beat Conor McGregor, Trib was at my house watching the fight and almost tore up my apartment. So as soon as Nate Diaz got that choke.
Let's go. Okay, gentlemen, I appreciate you guys on the Faithful Fan Show. Hey, JP, don't think we ain't seen you out there putting in that work in Mexico, bro. Like, keep sending them highlights through. I know they on TV my boy on TV out there. But hey, my favorite, you dunking on people, you hitting the three. But my favorite play is when you dribble to the middle and hit that cutter baseline, bro. I see you. I see you, Jay.
Oh, I ain't
Hey,
gonna
y'all,
show
my
support
boys, man.
online
We got enough
because,
blood together,
JP.
bro. Jordan, it's good to see you, bro, man. Like, me and Jordan were on one of the first basketball teams together at Vista. You know what I'm saying? Like, we done been through the trenches together. That's my dog right there. It's good to see you,
we
bro.
were so much better than everybody sitting on the bench. It was so frustrating. Remember that tournament up in Artesia where they had 2 7-footers and they kept us on the bench for most of the game. And then when they realized we weren't going to win, they let us in. Me and this nigga dropped like 16 points with 3 minutes left.
Yo, hey, JD, hey, you're a dog. Hey, we gonna have you come back on the show, and you gotta give your top 5 all time.
Yeah, bro. It's always good to see my boys, man.
Hey, God bless.
My boys, bro. Y'all, man. Y'all keep doing your thing, man. For real. God bless y'all.
Hey, next time on the Faithful Fan Show, I want y'all to tune in. Make sure y'all subscribe.
Hey, Alexander, style bender,
Going hard with the venom. Shot so much, man, I think I need a lay. I need a lay in the paint. Going hard with the venom. I need a lay so much, man, I think I need a lay. Animal, MC Cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm Morpheus and real, my rhymes convicting hell. A world blind, my lines a red pill, real. Ball like I've been here, rookie in his prime. Focus like Jordan the second time. Kobe in playoff times, you know believe when I drop. Call for it, Kelly go in the Blizo spit. Auto like free throws by Ito. Circle loose stroke magic, rhymes over